And we've got no outs in the second. Morel in the box as he fouls off the first pitch. Right through there for a strike.
It's a good changeup to hit up in the zone. I don't think he recognized it. I'm sure he'd love to have that one back.
Baez settles underneath it, and there's one down. Jacob Marcy will hit next. And first offering is fouled off.
Ball inside. Ball.
That one pushed foul, out of play off to the left. And he hits a ground ball right side. Weatherholt. 2 up, 2 down in the top of the second. 2 outs, base is empty. Connor Norby, the next up for the Marlins.
Hey!
Norby launched a homer in his most recent game. Swing and a base hit. Takes the turn. He's digging for second. There comes the throw, but he's in there easily.
Great hands on that swing to take the inside pitch and drive it into the gap for the double. It's easy to spin off a pitch like that, Berg, and you can pull that thing foul.
Now this one gets through, and it gets by him. In comes the first run of the game as the Marlins take the lead.
Well, a swing like that can help you come out of the struggle. We saw the numbers coming into the ball game.
Oh, this one high and deep.
You gotta
Way
be
back there.
shitting me.
Out of here. Two down, and now the right fielder, Esteury Ruiz. That one fouled off. In the air to left center. And that is that. 3 runs for him here, and they move ahead. We go to the bottom of inning number 2. It's the Marlins 3 and the Cardinals nothing. We head to the bottom of the second. Now up the Cardinals number 4 hitter, James Wood. This one in the air center field. Marcy on the move. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. 1 pitch and 1 out.
Batting fifth, third baseman.
So digging in, Colson Montgomery. And that one hammered. That's back there. That's down. 1 hops off the wall. And he starts his afternoon off right with a double.
Loud contact leads to the double. I mean, you could tell it had extra bases written all over it as it jumped off of his stick.
Comebacker to the mound. The throw to first, and now 2 gone. Alec Burleson, the next to hit.
First baseman, Alec Burleson.
And a foul ball.
Well, the best way to shake off yesterday's struggles is to get on the board early. They've got a guy in scoring position. They've got to find a way here to get him in.
Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. That's got a chance. And caught on the warning track. Welcome back and take a look at some hot hitting in this series as we check out the numbers. Hernandez batting for the second time, and that's strike 1. Sharp grounder, that's through for a base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning. Here. The left fielder, Kyle Stowers. In there for strike 1. Stowers getting to start in left. Batting second in today's lineup, and his on-base percentage this season is right around .350. Has room, and he makes the catch. 1 out, man at first. Next to hit, Graham Pauley. Swing and a line drive, and that one's a base hit out into left center field. Lead runner makes the turn at second. Into third now. So runners at the corners and one out. Here's the cleanup hitter for Miami, Christopher Morel. And that one is in for a strike. Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. Runner in from third to extend their lead. Safe at first as they can't make the play. And up next for Miami, Jacob Marcy. Oh, this pitch rides in too far. That got him. So they're all loaded up. Connor Norby now at the plate. There's the strike.
Filling up the strike zone hasn't been the problem so far. It's the quality of the strikes. That's been the real issue. And you look at the first inning, that's what we saw. Too many pitches out over the plate.
That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. And here's a look at how he's using his pitches in this one. All loaded up. Javier Sanoja getting ready to hit. 1 for 1. He tripled in his first trip. On the ground right side. As they escape the bases loaded jam. So they get. Welcome back. Let's take a look at how the series has played out so far. And first offering is fouled off.
You know, these Cards, as you probably noticed, haven't been shy at the plate at all. In fact, they've probably been too aggressive at times. I'm specifically talking about the first pitch. These batters are swinging more than 80% of the time, which is fine if you're scoring runs, but that hasn't been the case today.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. Now it's the second baseman, J.J. Weatherholt. 0 for 6 in the series so far. Swing and a ball lined out towards center. 2 down. Back to the leadoff spot in the St. Louis lineup. Mason Wynn will hit next. Swing and a high fly ball. That's out to center. That is the inning. And back here in St. Louis, all set for the start of the inning. And now for the Marlins, number 92. This one in the air, center field. Takes it in for the out. And up next for Miami, Esteury Ruiz. Up the middle, and that one finds its way through. And that's a 1-out single.
They're back in trouble, Boog, and it's just been like this for him most of the game. They've been all over him since his
hot shot, and he can't knock it down. Pushing for more, pushing his luck. To third, tag, got him.
Well, it's always a risk when you're pushing for third like that. A bang-bang play. Had a chance to make it. Maybe a little better slide around the tag, but a nice job by the defense to cut off that runner.
So a man aboard. Now the number 2 hitter, Kyle Stowers. That's in for a strike. On the ground right. Third out. Back here at Busch Stadium.
You cold? Well, it's not hot, right?
Hitting the air out to center field. Sanoja should have this one. And there's one away.
That's a really nice play, ranging back into the outfield for that catch. We all know those can be a little tricky, especially if the wind's swirling around out there.
Swing and a high fly ball hit the air left center field. This one's got a chance. Out of here. His 46th of the year. And they've got their first run. It's 4-1.
His confidence is through the roof with the way he's been swinging it lately. He's on a really good run. When you're working with this kind of velocity, so critical that you move the ball around, work quickly, and make sure that you keep that hitter off balance. Clearly not fooled by the location or the velocity. He was all over that fastball.
Stepping in, James Wood.
Oh, one.
One out, base is empty, and a run in. We're here at the bottom of the fourth.
Nope, that's inside.
In the air to left center. Marcy moving under this one. And there are 2 outs.
It's a good recovery, though, after giving up the home run. Not allowing it to stay in the head, but going to work at the next hitter, and a tough one at that.
On the ground to first, Paulie. Play made, that ends the inning.
What now?
Cards claw back a bit on the homer. It's now a 4. Welcome back. Let's check out what's been happening of late. Really been playing well. That one hit to right. Base hit. And a good start to the inning. Christopher Morel, the next up for the Marlins. Swing and a miss, strike one.
Well, the game plan for this offense has been pretty clear. They're being aggressive at the plate, but still finding ways to pick their spots without falling into the habit of being over aggressive. So,
drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. Carrying well into the bullpen and gone.
Just an excellent swing all the way around.
Manager out of the
James for the Cardinals.
next to hit, Jacob Marcy. Swinging a foul out of play. Nobody on, nobody out. A pair of runs across in the inning, and we're at the top of the 5th. Ground ball right side, it squirts through.
Up next for the
Here's the third baseman, Connor Norby. That one to first. There's one. Safe at second. So now with one away and a man at second. And at the plate for Miami, Javier Sanoja.
Just not able to catch up to that velocity.
1-1 now. And that one wrapped foul.
What are you doing?
Got him. 2 down.
Well, it gets talked about a lot, but a good high fastball in a 2-strike situation, it's just become such a problem for hitters in more recent years. But with all of the emphasis by pitchers on developing that spin rate, having a good grip on the baseball, those high fastballs, they kind of look like to the hitter that they're rising, even though they're not, but they're not decreasing in velocity and spin rate. So very difficult to get the barrel on it.
Man on second, 2 down. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. In the air, right field, Baez under it. And that's the 3rd out. 2-run shot for Miami this inning. Home. We head to the bottom of the 5th. And now the Cardinals catcher, Adley Rutschman. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. And the leadoff man aboard.
First pitch swinging, went up there with a plan to be aggressive. Timing on the swing was good, able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off.
Burleson in the box here and fouls it off for strike one.
You know, these Cardinals definitely being aggressive at the plate, but I think it's fair to wonder if they're being a little over aggressive. It feels like it's been one first pitch out after another, and they've given up 8 outs on the first pitch alone.
Brings it in, 1 away.
And this lineup has no choice but to make an adjustment in the second half of this game. They have to try something different if they want different results.
1 out man at first. Here's Baez.
3-pitch strikeout last time up. Got to put up more of a fight in this one.
Inside, almost got him. That one is absolutely belted. Way back there, it's got a chance. That's down. One hops off the wall. Here comes Rutschman around third. In to score from first. In there safely.
Comes through with the RBI. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
One down, runner at third. J.J. Weatherholt digs in now. He's 0 for 1. And that's a double play. Nice save. Back in the ballpark, let's take a look at some of the moments that stand out to us. Esteury Ruiz, the next to hit. Whacked out to center field. That's well struck. Going back to the warning track. Makes the catch. Back to the top of the Miami order. Here's the catcher, Heriberto Hernandez.
Hey.
High fly ball, right field. Baez on his way over. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. Kyle Stowers, the next up for the Marlins. Pulled hard, but it's a foul ball. Boucher, 30 years old now, and he was a 10th round pick back in 2017. Strike 3.
What? Just sit down.
With the sweeper. Nothing. Back at the ballpark. And in this series, it has been ugly on the mound as we look at the numbers. In the air, right field, Ruiz under this one. And there's one away. Victor Scott next up for the Cardinals.
This guy can absolutely fly. I think one of the faster players in baseball.
This one in the air, center field. Marcy under it. And a couple of quick outs. Here's Mike Trout. He's already homered here in this one. A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1.
I think he was sitting off speed there.
Fought off foul. 2 down, nobody on. Here in the bottom of the 6th.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you get hurt.
No question about this one. It's out of here.
Ooh.
Another homer. His second home run of the game, and they close the gap. It's 6-3. That one just sounded different.
Yeah, it might have been the loudest moment yet. Man, my ears are ringing. I can feel that swing from the booth. That's as big as it gets right there. You take advantage of a mistake. That is an ultimate. Here it is. Watch it. I'm going to jog around the bases.
So 2 down. Now up for St. Louis, James Wood. And that one is lifted in the air. Stowers drops steps, heads back on it. Pulls it down, and he makes the catch. 1 for the Cardinals on the solo home run. We go to the top. For the 7th. And now for the Marlins, Graham Pauley. Ground ball up the middle. Nice grab. Over to first. Nicely done for the out.
Didn't I tell you to sit
And the
down?
batter now, Christopher Morel. Can't forget the 2-run shot he launched out of here in the 5th.
Yeah, one of the biggest swings of the game, Boog, as he looks to make even more of an impact in this at-bat right here. That's a good miss off the inside part of the plate. You'd much rather miss there than out over the plate where this guy could do some real damage.
Yeah.
got him swinging. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically he likes to shoot the ball the other way, but that time a little anxious.
Marcy, the next to hit, takes ball 1.
Aye.
In there for a strike at the top of the zone.
Throwing the ball well, and they need this scoreless inning in relief right here. Been doing a good job.
Well, looked at the fastball for strike 3 there to end the inning. Miami down in order as they're. Welcome back as we take a look at their upcoming schedule. Very high with that one. And that's ball 1. Activity in the bullpen for the first time. Ronnie Enriquez, the hard-throwing righty, is up and loosening. Number 59, also throwing.
The rest of the lineup could learn a thing or two from this at bat right here. He's been patient, and now he's in the driver's seat with a 2-0 count.
In the air out to center. Marcy makes his way towards it, pulls it down, and he makes the catch. 1 down.
Nothing instills more confidence in a team than a center fielder who makes a great play like that on the run. They can feed off the energy he brings just from his playmaking abilities.
Rutschman at the plate now, and that's strike 1. Gets him to chase after that one.
Pretty frugal guy. He is very efficient with the pitch count in this one.
Foul ball. It stays 0-2. The Redbirds trailing by 3 here at the bottom of the 7th.
Uh.
0-2 now. Ground ball right side, and that one handled. Throws to first in time.
That play won't be trending on social media later on, but it's still important to execute it to perfection. This game is a lot harder than it looks, partner.
And up next for St. Louis, Alec Burleson. In the air, right field. And that's the inning. Nothing doing there for St. Louis, and can't cut into that 6-3 deficit. Ready to begin the 8th. Leading off, Connor Norby. Ripped to first, caught. 1 pitch and 1 out.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
In the zone for a strike. That was the sweeper. He swings and fouls one off. The 1-2. On the ground to the left. Tosses across to first. 2 up, 2 down here in the top of the 8th.
Up next.
So up next, number 92. And he's already left his mark on this game.
He certainly has, Boog. A 2-run shot in the 2nd inning, and that made an early impact on this game in a big way.
And that is that.
Dog.
Nothing to do it for the Marlins, but they still lead it 6-3.
Dog. Get the fucking dog. Easy. Get the dog, get the dog, get the dog, get the dog.
Now pitching for Miami.
Back now, new pitcher
Okay,
on the
third
mound
down,
as we
third down,
roll into
third
the bottom of the 8th. Ronnie
My legs fall
Enriquez.
asleep.
He last pitched 2 days ago.
Is she hollering for me? Is she hollering for me?
And stepping in.
You gotta be shitting me. She's still not asleep. Easy, get down. What? Nope. You gotta stand in front of that. Sit down.
The Cardinals, Joshua Baez.
Fielder, number 25.
Action in the pen down there. Pete Fairbanks, the closer. He cranked up for a possible save opportunity. And that one fouled off.
Well, it's critical right here that they bear down and turn in some quality at bats. Try to chip away at that lead, because if it gets to the ninth, that closer's coming in.
Swings through it for the K. The high heat, too much on that one.
With that kind of velocity, an elevated fastball, even if it's still in the strike zone, can be tough for hitters to get on top of.
Weatherhold, the next to hit, takes outside. The Marlins leading by 3 here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Now fly ball to right center. It falls in, and that's a hit. So the one-out hit turns the lineup over. Back to the top of the order now. And here's the St. Louis leadoff man, Mason Wynn. 0 for 3 with 3 flyouts. Runner on the go. Pitching for a strike. Safe at second, and that was not close.
You know, having a good lead is so key when you're stealing bases, even if you've got great speed. But if you don't have great speed but can get an extended lead and a good jump, you can steal bases on a catcher who can really throw it. That's a nice job right there.
That one almost got him.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Man at second. Swinging a ground ball up the middle. Dives, but it kicks off his glove. He makes the throw, but it's not in time. And now they have runners at the corners. Here's the left fielder, Victor Scott.
0 for 3 in this one.
Puts a bunt down. Norby. Throw to second. He's out. But they do get a run. Here's Trout.
Coming off an absolute bomb in his last at bat.
Runner on the go. Strike in there. And that's a stolen base. Not even close. And that's another stolen base for the league leader.
Well, it really doesn't matter what the situation is. When a guy like this gets on first, you know he's going to steal second at some point during the at-bat. Nice job to get in the scoring position. The defense probably did.
Runner on the go again. That's in for a strike. Throw, save. That's a stolen base. And that extends his lead for the most stolen bases in baseball.
Well, sometimes stealing third base can be tough, especially if that shortstop or second baseman are making some noises, moving towards the back.
Got him swinging. It's a strikeout. Huge strikeout. We go to the 9th. And now for the Marlins, Esteury Ruiz. Fly ball down the line. And that's a foul ball. There you go. New pitcher for the Cardinals, Paul Sewald.
Should be a good first matchup for him here. He's been doing a great job against right-handed bats so far.
Ruiz wants to challenge this, thought it was a ball.
No, just excellent location on that inside fastball. Really locked him up. And as a hitter, it's not typically what you're looking for. You're trying to protect away and then in, so you can be a little bit tardy with 2 strikes. Hard to tell if he was fooled or if he thought it would be called a ball, but either way, that's a really nice pitch.
Sewald in his 8th season, 35 years old, and they traded for him earlier this year. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Here's a high chopper and foul ball. 1-2 now. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Hey, when did your dad delete me off Facebook? LOL. Not that it matters.
Very strong coming out of the pen so far as he punches out the first two batters he's faced in this one, getting straight to work. Man, it's talking.
Ripped, and he can't glove it. It's by him.
Got the top of the ball a little bit, but not much. That was hit pretty hard through the infield. So,
and that's the third out.
For Miami.
We're back, and on the mound is the closer, Pete Fairbanks.
I think closer has to be one of the toughest jobs in baseball, and we see a pretty high turnover rate because of it. Every outing seems to be high pressure, this one included. We'll see if he can wrap up the win and get himself a save.
The 0-1. To the right side. Fair ball.
And that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
Singy, that's a start.
Yeah, as soon as that ball got through, I could see down in the dugout, guys pumping their fists. They know that they got a chance in this ball game.
Montgomery in now. Takes ball one off the plate.
Well, an interesting situation. One swing, you can tie up the ball game. But if you're patient and work a walk, then you bring the game-winning run to the plate.
Tying run at the plate.
No fucking way.
Way back there, and it's
Poston Montgomery just tied the game. I know, but I did it with him.
20 on the year.
This one feels far from over, Boog. Who knows how this game's going to play out now?
Pretty wild, ain't it? What?
So impressive how he was able to go down and get this fastball, but yet get it up
I
in the
don't know,
air,
but
hit
we'll
it
see.
far enough to get out of this ballpark.
So it's all tied up thanks to the home run. Adley Rutschman next up for the Cardinals. 1 for 3. And fouled off. The 0-1.
So now all about protect mode. Try to shorten up, try to track the ball, block it if you have to, as far as just a late swing that maybe you're not sure about, but some way, somehow climb back into this at bat through the count.
Foul ball still 0-2.
Oh, that's off the plate.
Nobody out with a pair of runs across in the frame. We're in the last half of the 9th inning. That one ran inside, almost got him.
Well, this is a guy that can be frustrating for pitchers because he fouls off so many pitches and grinds out the at-bat. I'm sure there's some times where a pitcher would rather just give up a first pitch single than have to waste 6 or 7 pitches.
Outside, and that is ball 4. And after a lengthy at-bat, the walk puts the potential.
For Miami.
New arm out of the bullpen. Number 59. He's making his 4th appearance of the season. First pitch. Liner snagged it first.
He put a really good swing on that pitch and hit the ball hard. You know, line drives won't always find a hole, but the more you can hit the ball like that with good X and velo, the better off you're going to be in the long run.
Oh, right to the backstop. Huge wild pitch there. Winning run is in scoring position.
You know, sometimes it takes a reliever a little time to get comfortable with the mound out there, especially when they come in trying to be nasty with every pitch they throw. Not exactly what they were looking for when they called him in, though. We'll see if he can settle down.
The winning run on second base. Signs of activity in the pen for the Marlins. Jesus Tinoco getting ready to go. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Struck it.
What? Just now? That's Soraya? Okay.
Now, slider got him for strike 3.
Oh, that slider wasn't even close to the strike zone, and he got him to chase. That's just a bad approach right there. Either he was looking for something else and got completely fooled, or he was sitting all over the slider and just couldn't resist the temptation. But, man, really expanded right there and didn't have a chance to make the contact with that pitch.
Man on second, 2 down. This one ripped, but foul to the right.
He's falling behind in a huge spot, Boog. Got to do what it takes to come through. Maybe choke up on the bat a little bit, spread out those feet, whatever it takes.
This ball's chopped on the ground. On the run, throw to first, but it's not in time. Base hit.
Tough play up the middle, and everything needed to be right there. Field that, get a strong throw off to first base, and I think the speed going up the line had something to do with it as well.
Now a chance for Mason Wynn. Fouls away the first offering. Winning run at third, 2 down. Here in the last half of inning number 9. That misses the zone, and the count is 1-1.
All sliders so far in this at bat to get ahead of the count, and it clearly shows there was a game plan in mind for how to attack him in the box.
Out towards right center field. Marcy on the move to the gap. Makes the catch. Inning over. Miguel Vargas.
You need to go to bed. She's not asleep yet. 9:39.
Alright. Go bed now.
You should have been in bed a while ago because it's your school tomorrow. We gotta get that paper done yet.
Alright, get your ass in bed. Let's go. Why are you not asleep? There, go to bed.